So we have. So I think as we now have Stephen back with us, we'll come to a moment, as the, the sun is setting, a figure, runs across, moves across the rooftops of an abandoned warehouse, moving slowly towards a skylight on the roof. Pull, pulling the open the skylight and suddenly drops down onto the catwalk below. If Kent wants to describe himself here.
I wasn't even playing, and now I'm playing, and I have to bio. Go back to my bio. Yeah. I'm an almost 40-year-old, call it 38-year-old gentleman dressed at the moment in a it's you said it's evening, like dark.
It's sun's setting. The sun is
Okay,
setting
yeah.
there. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm out early for me.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, he's dressed in a long dark cloak.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I know in this particular realm of reality,
Mm-hmm.
COVID didn't happen,
Yeah.
or hasn't happened, or isn't going to happen. I don't know.
There was a slight outbreak, but the Chinese authorities contained it there.
Okay, yeah, they nuked the area where it started. Okay, I get it. Uh,
Maybe not that extreme.
oh, we've got an outbreak. Boom. Oh, no outbreak
Also,
now.
I think bats, maybe vampire bats.
um, Oddly enough, people might think he's a little paranoid of the possible outbreak, so he appears to be wearing a mask.
So it's kind of
Um,
like this at the moment, I'm guessing.
Well, it's
yes,
sketchy to me.
yeah, yeah, well, yeah. He's been drawn that way in newspapers. Yeah, kind of sketchy. Yeah,
Yeah.
um, and he's stealthily wandering through the. I should say that before I actually. Do I actually have any stealth in my hand? Um, stealthily sneaking into this abandoned warehouse. I'm not exactly sure why at the moment. I'm sure I'll figure that out soon. Um, Investigating.
You
Who owns this warehouse? Or who owned
the,
this warehouse?
It's yours.
No, it's
Hmm.
so this place
I don't think I'd need to sneak in then, but
uh be, so this place belonged to a a conglomeration that actually went out of business a few years ago called Slaverman Enterprises there.
is he still alive?
That's the thing. It's you remember this
Slaver
individual
man, really? Slaver man?
Slaverman, yeah. Uh, you remember him as being an aggressive businessman, but about 5 years ago, basically him and quite a few of his associates at the top of the business, they all disappeared. It's like they disappeared off the face of the earth. The property, amongst other things, they have been, because the top leadership of the company has disappeared overnight. The company went kaput, and this is probably one of the reasons why this bit of area is actually, this warehouse actually employed a lot of the local people, and their jobs just disappeared overnight.
Okay, because you had asked me if I had any current investigations I was doing.
So what has happened is you have realized that a lot of these these kind of properties in certain areas have had basically you've heard stories about, the Voodoo Boys expanding, okay? But it's not just the typical gangland expansion. They seem to be focusing on properties that no one was really interested in. And suddenly, while you were trying to look into it and figure out what their interest in these properties were, you started hearing a lot of chat, gossip about how a lot of Voodoo Boys were moving in the area to this spot.
And it piqued my interest. Okay, that's
Yeah.
Well, let's peek inside.
Mm-hmm. It's just as you're you're on the actual what
Catwalk?
you've got, yeah, you're on the catwalk overlooking a warehouse floor and you see stacks of shelves. So, in the middle. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got stacks of shelves. When you look to the left of you, you see massive roller doors where there's a loading bay
Okay.
there. In the center, that there's a main aisle where there's a massive, at the other end, opposite of the roller doors, is a cargo crate, cargo lift that will go to a lower. This would actually be a subterranean level to the warehouse. Either side of that kind of main aisle, okay, is then you are seeing like stacked shelving units, okay. When you look up, basically the catwalk you're on is on the outer edge of the wall, and that forms a U. Okay, you would be literally on one end, and when you're on one end, you look over, you see the other end, and when you look over on the bottom of the U, you'll see other doors, and you see what appears to be, in the corners, lifts that would go down other levels. Okay. And also, towards the end of the catwalks, there is also stairs on both sides that will go down.
Okay. The logical choice would be the stairs, less noise.
Mm-hmm. And the other thing is on that far wall, on the bottom of the U, okay, you will actually see there's also doors, okay, on this level also that will go into another part of the building also.
Oh, okay. And I can get to the other part of the building without going down to the bottom.
Yeah, there's more to this level.
Okay. So before going down, I will investigate this level.
Right, okay. So as you're moving up, what you'll hear is you'll hear a lot of running, and what you'll see on the level below you is a lot of men running up the stairs from, so there's also another staircase on the bottom level that goes down to the bottom levels. Okay.
Okay.
You're seeing individuals running up. They're packing heat. Okay. And you see a group of them a lot of them are actually some of them are running to the actual loading bay. You see them pulling up the roll up doors, and they're running out.
Outside?
As that's out, they're running outside. They're saying,
okay.
And then
are they dressed in this particular fashion?
So the actual color. So with what you can see, one or two of them were actually, stripped down to the waist. Okay, so you could actually, as they're running by, you could actually see on one of them on the back of it, on the shoulder blade, you could actually see the tattoo, right? Which
Okay.
is a flaming skull with a snake that kind of entines itself through the skull and comes out of the jaw there,
Cool.
which is the symbol for the Voodoo, variations of that is the Voodoo Boys
Okay.
gang sang.
And they
There.
seem to be running away
Run away there.
or running out to do something.
More running out to do something. It's not when you're hearing them, they're not scared. They're going, let's get these. But you're hearing them say stuff like let's get them, and all that sort of stuff.
Okay.
And it's just as as this has happened, you realize that there's like a new sunrise that is actually the entirety of what from what you can see from like the windows from up high.
Okay.
It's like light is being bathed on the side of on one side at least of the warehouse.
Like an explosion?
Not an explosion. This is bright white, consistent light. No.
Ah, okay. Something, for example, like if the cops had shown up and there's a light up the building, that kind of thing?
That might be your interpretation. The only thing is you're not seeing the kind of flashing of the
Flashing
blue
sirens, or yeah, okay.
or that, but it it could still be that.
Or potentially a rival gang that
or someone who's wanting their
Yeah.
attention. Yeah, something's happening outside. Okay.
have seen the light and it blinds.
Okay.
Don't look into the light. Okay. Well, definitely head away from the entryway along the wall towards the other doors at the other end.
Right. So as you come to like the middle of that section, there's a pair of like swing doors. Okay. And as you push in, you find yourself in a kind of wee bit of like a foyer area is the best way I could describe it. It's just an open area. And then if you look to your left, you actually see, a wall with a corridor going down, and there's like as you look down, there's just multiple doors, okay, going down. Whereas if you then when you look to your right, there, you see a metal detector, okay, go going going blocking at one end of a corridor, but then you've got whereas you've got like the doors on the left hand side, traditional kind of office wooden panel doors, right? While like the doors when you look to your right are more the best way. It's more like the style of doors you see on like changing room lockers. No less, there's no window. It's just plate on the door just to push it open there. And you see at the far end of that on the right hand corner, there's an other secured, what appears to be another other metal detector, and the corridor goes seeming even further out. You will have remembered as you were climbing up, there was a bridge that linked this warehouse to the building out to next to it, which is a two-story multi-car park.
And that's where the security doors go through too.
Yeah.
Okay. Parking cars in the car park. Sorry, Boston accent. I don't know. Okay, well, I don't think there's a lot of point in visiting a parking garage. So
as you're saying that,
I'm not technically saying it, but yes, okay.
No. You're hearing footsteps running up the stairs behind you, back from the warehouse, and that's when we go to someone else.
Okay.
Okay. Right. Tony and Colin. Right. So for everyone if you're looking, you will find on Roll20, I've put out a top-down view of the basic layout. If you are viewing this place down. Okay.
Oh.
You can take this and everywhere around it, you can make up your own maps based on my description of what I describe. Okay? But this is just to kind of help give you a basic idea of when I'm describing the shape or the layout, that is the basic top-down layout. You can try and figure out what machinations.
I was told there was gonna be no maps, so I did not make a map interface.
Doesn't matter.
No,
This is
I
all
wasn't
for you.
asked for a map interface.
Nope, this is for you guys to look at. Okay.
So I could just draw this. What?
I
Yeah,
will
this is for
go
our
ahead
personal amusement.
and take a screenshot and post it
Oh no! Let me just
In-
erase that real
to
quick.
our Discord, which you can
You guys should
join
see that.
to see the map.
This is when Carlos draws the massive cock and balls. And we then do our montage where we're doing like Austin Powers, and it's like privates Johnson.
It's okay. Nobody's missing the fact that you can't draw to begin with.
Oh, is that right?
I can.
Okay. So, okay.
Oh yeah.
Why
Oh,
is
that is a
there
pretty good
there's a
looking
giant
cock and
orange
balls.
thing? Yeah, there we go.
There we go.
I
Taken out of
assume
context.
I assume that John, that what looks like a corridor connecting the two buildings is the thing that you described to me.
That would be the be the
okay.
bridge. There.
Okay. Why is there a duck in the water? I assume that's
It's
water.
got hair too.
Okay, you
Yeah.
really need to be able to show this to the stream, Wooster.
Right. So basically, one thing I'll clarify: this is not orientated north. So the top is actually east. Okay. If I'm talking north, I'm talking left hand. Okay. So
Okay,
just to
I'll put
clarify
this up for you.
You know what's funny is that I actually pulled up like Nolan's and I was like, oh, let's look at an overview of the Google Maps just so we could like, oh, here's a warehouse, just like you were describing. And yes, the river runs the up and down.
Yeah,
as
it's
well.
running like
There.
that.
Oh, I
Actually,
drew an
there's
arrow for north, and somebody else did one for east.
It
Yeah.
actually does a big old S loop, so you can make it however you want, but whatever.
Yeah, but this is how I'm imagining them. Okay. Also, before I started working where I work now, I actually worked for Amazon. So I kind of was like, when I was trying to think of how this warehouse would work, I started kind of incorporating the bits of how, certain
nice.
elements of that warehouse I worked in with Amazon into this. Just kind of thinking
Well, the
about
traps
how
are
would
real. Got it.
how would it be, or not just making it, a direct copy of the building, but taking elements of it. Like, how would they have, organized it? Where would you put things? So no, so I got a layout in my head. Right.
How many
So,
floors?
so, Colin, you knew someone who worked in here, okay? You know that the way this is organized, there's 2 floors above ground, okay? There's then there's a further floor further down where, for potentially refrigerated storage, okay? And then one further level below that, okay, where stuff like the generators, which is the smallest level, but this is where like the generators, power, sewage, and all that would run through there. From where you're looking at, you think, you believe you're all, from what you heard from your friend, this would actually be, the actual floor for the refrigerated unit. So you're not on the ground floor, you're on the first underground
We came from the
level.
sewers, and now we went up into sub-basement level 1.
Exactly. Yes. You're
The
in
next floor up is lobby.
well, be the that above would be where the loading bays and the main loading stacks and all this. Also, what Colin would
Main
know
floor.
again from
Ground
discussion. Yeah, that would be the ground floor or first floor, depending on which part of the world you're in. Would also be where the cafeteria and kitchen used to be. Also at towards the back, towards the waterfront. Okay, of the business. And then the second floor for most of it is empty space where the warehousing is, but offices and locker rooms again over the actual top of the kitchens and cafeteria. And of course, there will be the one thing I forgot to put in. There will be somewhere toilets, of course. That's just on me as I'm describing that. I'm going, I haven't figured out where the toilets are.
The
Mystery. That's a mystery for no one ever solved, folks. This is why you're here tonight. Find the goddamn toilets. Right. So you find yourselves that you push yourself up from this actual hatch that allowed you to get into the sewers that ran underneath the warehouse, and you found that you had a quite handy good portion of boxes had been pushed aside to kind of cover you as you were pulling yourself up. And you find where you are, you're in a section of hall there where there's boxes left. When you look to like one side, you would actually see there's a cargo lift, okay? But inside on either side of it is massive doors. On the right hand side where you saw the light shining through and you saw the guys is a door that seems to lead into another section, based on what you know of the outside, you're in a much more narrower bit, okay, of it. So these walls are cutting off parts of the actual this floor that you're not seeing. There is, when you also look around, there are staircases that are going up, but at one end, at the far end, opposite from where you got up from, there is one other staircase that goes down. That will be to what Colin would describe as the utilities. As you're looking around, what you would have also been seeing, this is one thing it's now that I thought out a wee bit more, is you're seeing in this section there's been actual cots and bedrolls laid out in this area. So as you kind of pick your way up and move to the door, you're moving away, you actually seen that there is people have been sleeping in this area. Okay. So as I said, you come to the door and you see two guys having a discussion as they seem to be guarding a corridor with multiple doors on either side of the kind of corridor.
Now, far be it for me to make any assumptions, but I do reckon that the quarry we seek for is behind those doors.
Would you like what's behind door number 1, door number 2, or door number 3?
Yeah, I think you're right. Did you say there was 2 guys guarding them?
Yes.
Yeah, there's so at the far end of the kind of corridor, you see what appears to be like a desk. The 2 guys are just kind of walking, talking, just they're at the moment they're kind of seem to be bitching that they're not getting involved in the action. They're going, Of course he said, watch the prisoners. Who's gonna bloody walk? The prisoners, they're bitching, they're going, the prisoners are locked. What can happen?
Yeah. Yeah. So what do you think we should do about these guys? Do it my way. I don't have any, I don't think I have any guns or any weapons here.
No.
That'll be
Yeah.
a question. Be a question. Do you think Tony is the sort that would carry a gun?
It is a open carry state.
Yes. But here's the legality of it.
It's not even the legality. It's more about what is your character? Would he be the sort to carry a gun? Would he be leaving guns?
This entire time, yeah, I think this entire time he's definitely carrying.
Yeah.
Which is why he didn't confront the cop and didn't.
I'm just waiting. There's the reason why I'm laughing. One of the few actual plays of Dresden of the original version is by a group called Knights of the Night. Okay.
Nighty night.
One of the characters asked your same question. Oh, am I carrying? And he goes, well, if you decide, same answer I give. And he goes, oh yeah, I just pull a pump action shotgun there. It's like going from suggesting, do I have a small piece here? Nope. It's like, I think you would know if you were carrying the pump action shotgun. It's not like the sort of thing you forget you're carrying.
Yeah, but I think thematically, let's see. I'm trying to think.
What makes more sense?
I don't really need or want the gun right now.
Yeah,
but I think Tony would definitely be carrying.
Yeah. He definitely has a pea shooter somewhere.
Yeah,
he's carrying something, right? Okay.
Now, there is the old-fashioned way, of course, but there's also the potential for distraction.
I'm listening. Go on. So far, everything that you have been saying and leading me to has been correct.
We could attempt to adjust a voice to call out for reinforcement. The situation seems busy enough that they might just ignore checking with the proper authorities.
I like what you're suggesting. Okay. Let me see what they could do.
You are the expert in this.
Hey, you. Hey, guys. Hey.
I suggest you try a more Creole accent.
Okay.
No, this is not Carlos's. I'm not judging Carlos's voice acting. I'm suggesting that Tony Montoya is a better voice actor than Carlos's.
Yeah. Only has been there a little bit long. Yeah, because I'm already struggling with even going from normal Carlos to Spanish Carlos. Órale, sí, cómo no. Hey, you know what?
We could attempt to
soon I'm going to be expecting you to do like your Puss in Boots impression instead.
Puss in Boots.
Yeah. I'm sorry, because every time I try to think of if I try to start doing like a Mexican accent, that's what I start nearly trying to do. I go, nope, I'm not trying to do Antonio Banderas.
The funny thing is, I used to be able to do Antonio Banderas accent very perfectly because he has a few odd mannerisms that require you to inflect weird like him, and I used to sound just like him, and I can't right now. I'm too American now. Too American. Fuck yeah.
Banderas.
Anyways, okay. So Tony goes a little bit. We're up the point is to make him go up the stairs, and I'll yell out, and then move off to the side so they could run up. And I think I would like to use my 1 point because we have noises and flashing outside distractions.
No. You can just for free you can invoke the +2.
Yeah.
That's what. Okay, yeah. That's
Yeah.
Free. You don't need to pay anything for it.
Yeah.
I thought we had like three free
No,
uses.
you got 2 uses for free.
There we go.
And then afterwards, you can start spending fate points on it to keep using that as long as the aspect doesn't disappear, because I don't know, the cops arrive but
The aspect for now is on, and even if the cops arrive, that technically stays, because those, if anything, are a distraction.
the weird distraction, but they might change the distraction slightly, you know?
It's like saying, "Look, all I have to do is throw a Molotov. Now I have a different problem."
They are distracted by a different problem.
Yeah, please for a Molotov. Please for a Molotov. Sorry, did I say that out
We
loud?
wanted to involve the fire department as well, yes.
Anyways, so I like Colin's suggestion is very good. Colin's suggestion is good. Let's go over there and with my best Creole accent, I'm going to deep verse and sound just as my best as the other guy. Use a distraction of the horns and say,
little.
"Hey, let's go. We need you after war. It's getting more intense."
All right. Give me a roll, sir.
It's either flair or guile, I think.
I would say
Guile is good for me.
I'd say this one's probably more like a guile, unless he was really going, "We're dying out here, we need you." You know, that might be a bit more flair, you know?
All right, Guile it is. And let's see.
First roll of the day.
Come on, a favor. Weird. Nope. I'm just gonna roll a straight up Guile.
With a +2,
this-
remember. Don't
Oh,
fight
plus
the
2.
plus.
That's right. Yeah.
Just,
thank you.
just a regular 2. Well, there we
Okay,
go.
Great.
That's a great roll.
All right.
And the Game Master forgot to give us a... Ah, right. That's because he rolls a 3 afterwards. Which means I think we win.
Yeah. I am just checking one thing just to see if these guys are going. Nope. Yep. Nope. Actually, it's even better. Okay.
Because they have a negative guile.
They
Oh,
are stooges.
Exactly. They're stooges. So what happens is,
And this can't see this too.
so you hear them running, okay, and I think what we will allow for, okay, is they run out. They don't even check. The door's left open, and you know one of the things that, you know, as you like peer in, you know, you just see on the hook at the far end is just keys. All right. Just waiting to be picked up. While that's happening, Calista, right? You are in your car. It's like, and it's as you're kind of driving through the streets of Nolans, you're seeing more and more police vehicles seem to be racing their way towards this, you know, this poor area of New Orleans City. And you hear over the radio there is chatter, you know, where there seems to be, you know, a running gunfight between two gangs. One of them is confirmed to be the Voodoo Boys. The other one seems to be the local gang of the neighborhood north of this neighborhood called the Chulos. And it seems to be the Chulos are now doing a fight and retreat, and it seems to be the Voodoo Boys have kind of started doing like, have kind of rampaged out of the warehouse and its grounds, and they're now kind of they're just fighting they're fighting anyone, and it's basically it's a massive running gunfight there. And you're hearing the radio, and it's basically the responding cops are calling for every single cop that they can get their hands on, and there's discussions about SWAT getting involved.
I get on. I'm like, location.
Uh, or asking for the actual location of the way. Well, Jameson had already confirmed that you actually hear Jameson coming through on your radio. He's confirmed that his guys are on the southern edge, but they're kind of bogged down at the moment. They're taking fire from a car, a multi-story car park on the grounds. There seems to be like a sniper on the upper floor, the uppermost levels of the car park. They tried to get somewhat, apart from that, they then tried to get a vehicle, in to, like, say, ram, get for the gates. And it's just as they're describing this, I'm going to reveal a new aspect just to make this story exciting and why this should be the inciting incident for this campaign. Yeah, you hear her, "Watch out!" And you just hear a massive, and then you just go and you hear then other chatter come. What was that? It's like, I think that was RPG.
Oh fuck. Oh fuck. I put, pull out my little thing, put it up on top of the hood, and
Turn on the lights.
Yeah.
turn on the lights. I'm on my way. That's my partner there.
Mm-hmm. Right. So you're on your way. Well, we're going to cut away from you. Kent. No, actually, sorry. We've forgotten
Asra.
about someone. Asra.
I'm just hanging. We're good.
Yeah, you're just hanging.
I think we're gonna get to Asra soon enough anyway.
About?
Yeah, soon enough. But I just wanted to. You've been hearing. It's gotten a lot more quieter, but you're hearing voices, and what appears to be a lot of echoes of noises upstairs, and then you're hearing, like, best way I could describe it. It sounds like a firecracker's going off, and then you're hearing, and you're hearing more and more and more of it, and then, like, you hear you hear at least two guys outside your cell arguing, and then you hear a third voice, like, boom, boom, boom. "We need you guys out," and then you hear them running off. There, as this happens, your actual companion, not your friends Nix and Jax, go.
You mean my latest friend?
Yeah, your latest friend. Yeah, the one who he really
wants to eat me. Got it.
Oh no, he really into his red meat. Let's just say you can just hear him sniffing. He goes, "Can you spell that, my sweet blood?" Oh. Oh, today will be a nice day to feast. Yes, it will. I might actually spare you, my dear. And this is when we now cut back to Kent there.
So there's been a fair amount of noise going on, you're saying?
Yeah, you're hearing, what appears to be, multiple footfalls coming up the stairs, onto the catwalk there.
Mm-hmm.
There, that would be where you are. It's what is Kent's reaction when he hears that?
Coming up from which part of this map you've given us?
All right. Okay.
I drew a catwalk on for you.
Let me.
You also have your compass.
Yeah. So right. So okay. So the way
presumably I'm about here, pinging by the.
Right. So actually, that kind of catwalk, it's more like a U, right? So I will just do a wee amendment there.
Well, that's a weird U, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. Right. Right, sorry. So basically that's the kind of the
I
U
don't
shape of the
see
cat.
I don't see anything you've drawn.
You should after now when you recheck.
Maybe you're drawing on a different layer that we can't see.
No, it should be on there.
I can't see it either, so.
What have I? Hold on.
He's drawing it in invisible ink. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Aren't you the
I'm
special
not-
detective? Oh, now we
There
can
we
see that.
go.
Okay, there's something there now.
Yeah.
He's taking a page out of Carlos's book.
Right. So
It's, you know what?
Okay, so it's slightly
It
less
happens.
like a U.
I
Okay.
get it.
yeah, it's basically that kind of that kind of triangular piece there.
Yeah. Isn't there?
You've walked into that bit, right? And like to the right to the left of you, that's where all like the kind of administration offices are, right?
Okay.
To the right of you, this is where all the kind of all the actual the locker rooms were, and then you've got the corridor that then leads to the rest of the sky bridge. So you're kind of you're not on the catwalk now, okay?
Okay.
You're beyond that, okay? So as you kind of like look up, you're seeing, lights, flashlights waving and hitting the roof of the ceiling as people are running up the stairs. And what you see is 6 guys, okay, run up and they are then climbing up, at the far end there is actually ladders that go up onto the, that lead to the roof. Okay.
Okay.
And you see them pushing the door
Skylights
for
open.
yeah, they're pushing up well, not necessarily skylight, but pushing a trap door that allows them to
Okay.
access to the roof
Okay.
there.
And that's okay. So am I pinging where I actually am?
You would be more like here, right? You saw the guys, so you're there, right?
Okay.
You saw the guys run up the stairs there, up onto the
Okay.
catwalk.
Yeah.
They've then come down to the ladder at the far end of the catwalk,
Okay.
and they've went up onto the roof. Okay,
Okay. That's good. They're not near me.
they're not near you for now.
Okay. And the big explosion, where did that
That
come from?
just as you're asking, you're hearing shots going on now.
Mhm.
It's maybe 2 minutes after these guys get up onto the roof. Do you hear an almighty bang? Okay.
Were they carrying a rocket-propelled grenade by any chance?
Not that you could see,
Okay.
but it looks like they might have been prepping for a potential raid.
Okay. The first thing I'm going to do
Mm-hmm.
is put an earpiece in my ear
Yep.
that's connected to the police radio
Yep.
that I have in my jacket
Mm-hmm.
and turn it on, so at least I can keep track of where the cops are.
So what you're hearing is the cops have partially are forming up. A good portion of them had formed up on the south. They had formed up as they have been pushing up, the Chulas have pulled up. So it looks like the Chulas are on the kind of northern edge
Okay, so
of the prim.
the chulos are coming in from the left of this map, and the cops are coming in from the right of the map.
So basically, by the sounds of it, from what you can say is like like the Chulos had been where the police were, but they're kind of doing like a fight and retreat there. And the cops have actually tried to kind of rush, part of them rush seeing that there was this presence there. And it was, as a police fan, so when you on, and you would know this because of this here is where the gates are. Okay. They had a police van basically crash through the gate, and as it was just crashing through the gate there,
It went boom?
it went boom there.
Ah, good old American manufacturing.
Hope Calista wasn't in that van. Okay. My original plan for coming here was to investigate what was going on, and now I'm in the middle of a firefight.
Which is traditionally considered bad.
Traditionally, this is called an oh
fuck
shit moment.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh fuck works too. Yeah.
Yeah. Fubar.
Fubar.
Yeah.
Yes. Everything's gone.
Fucked up beyond
all recognition.
Fucked up.
Yes.
Fucked up beyond all recognition. Yes.
Well, I'm obviously not going back out through this way I came in because it just got infested by gang members.
Yep.
I'm going to. Okay, there's bad guys over there. There's cops getting blown up over here, and there's metal detectors on this corridor. But if there's no people there, then what's the point in having the metal detectors?
Yeah,
that is a weird thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And honestly, I'm fairly certain. Is there a way around the metal detectors, or is it the entire side of the wall?
Right. So you've got the wall, right? So so you've got one pair of detectors there, covering the actual corridor that's coming into, and then at the far end you've got another set of metal detectors that would cover the entrance as you
the
go.
Parking garage, yes.
As you're just about to enter the sky bridge, as you go to the parking garage there.
Okay.
I am going to clarify this would appear, you've probably never been in this building, but from the layout and the dust on this is part of the original decor of the building. Okay.
Okay. I'm going to do something silly.
Okay.
Why not? That's what I do. I'm going to first toss something metal down that. By the way, how long is that corridor? How long big are these squares?
So each square is 10 meters.
Okay, I can easily throw something 20 meters.
Yeah.
I'm going to throw something metal down this corridor and then go backwards through the other corridor to the left.
Yeah. As you do it, you're expecting alarm to go off. Nothing.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean the alarm didn't go off somewhere else.
What you do here is what was it that you chucked there? Like a dime or something, or a bottle cap?
Something metal. It's a warehouse. There's got to be something metal lying around. A wrench. I don't know.
All right, fair enough. Yeah, you find like a screwdriver that's just been left, like a toolbox that's been left in the corner.
Fine.
Throw it down, and you just hear the ding, ding, ding. As the screwdriver just cartwheels, pardon me, as it hits the floor.
Okay. And I don't obviously detect any alarming going on here, but it could be going on somewhere else. So I'm going to go down the other corridor, the opposite corridor.
As you go down, this is where you see most of it appears to be like abandoned offices. You do see at the far end is a security office, and you actually see there is a wall of monitors. Okay.
Okay.
And you then do see, you do see a red flashing light above the monitors.
Okay. Probably
Mhm.
set off by my screwdriver.
Maybe, maybe not.
Maybe not.
Mhm.
Is it over a particular camera?
No, it just seems to be a, it just seems to be an actual. You just see it like the word, a lot. It's like when you're looking for the window alarm. Okay,
Hmm.
that's. But it doesn't seem to be particularly indicate what is under our alarm.
Are there actual security guards in the security room?
When you look in, you're not seeing anyone.
Okay. I'm going to sneak my way in, i.e., walk through the door,
Mhm.
um, and take a look at the cameras and see what they're uh, monitoring.
Yeah. So you've got one camera that's overlooking the loading bays, right?
Hmm.
Which is this indentation there. So basically, this is where the lorries would
Sorry,
come in.
where? Sorry, where? Oh, okay,
There.
yeah.
Yep. And basically, that wall there is where the roll-up doors are. Okay.
I didn't see where you referenced that one.
There. That
Okay, yeah,
that
okay,
that so that is basically where the roll-up doors are, and basically the lorries will just reverse up to the back, open up their doors, and just shove
okay.
everything into the warehouse. Okay. So what you're seeing is the cameras reveal that there is basically overturned cars that are blocking that loading bay there.
Okay.
And there is like guys like they're basically they've erected a barricade of overturned cars and other vehicles. They're standing on tables, shooting guns and all this sort of stuff, and then they're ducking down. When you look over another camera, you see there's ones overlooking the actual the car park, and you're seeing again through the boys, and they're overlooking like because there's slits open, so air can get in and all this. There, you can get a few. You can see that they've also got access to machine guns, right? They basically have turned the multi-story into a actual massive pillbox. Okay.
Amazing how I didn't notice any of this as I was breaking into this building.
I'll be honest, you had actually came up, you know, from the water, yeah, come up on the water side.
Okay.
That's my argument. This is why your character
Okay.
didn't notice this yet.
I was
It's
walking into
also
a war
probably
zone. Okay.
disguised to not look like a pillbox from the outside.
Yeah, it's it's
Okay.
basically you see what appears like these actual machine guns are being put on the back of, you know,
I don't.
either onto the back of actual like pickup trucks, and it's like it looks, and they look like they had, from what if you look quite close, you see there had been canvas covers. They have actually just pulled off the canvas covers to actually refuel the machine guns.
Okay. Are there though? Are there any cameras showing things inside the building?
Inside the building, yeah. So there, you see one where there's
Basically, I'm
a
looking for movement.
oh, you see movement. So as you go down to the lower levels, cameras covering the lower levels, you're seeing a lot of rooms. Uh, you see two individuals walking into a corridor filled with other doors. But this is then when you actually see, unlike this row of TVs that are being built in, there's
Mhm.
another set of TVs now that are like being set onto another table, and you can actually see on these TV sets there is rooms where there's people chained up. There's like 10 rooms with people chained up.
And you said I just saw two people go in through a door.
Into a corridor
Okay.
there.
I'm going to say, do I recognize either of them, knowing that, yes, I actually do know Colin?
How would you know Colin?
Well, we happened to meet on a cruise a number of years ago.
Yeah, we did. We actually agreed
Right.
upon this.
Yes, we do.
All right, okay. So you probably get a bit of a shock where you're going,
What the fuck is Colin doing here?
you're going, what? Yeah, that's your reaction. You're just going, right, maybe I've taken a concussion or something. I'm imagining things.
And given we are the same, or some of us are the same characters we were before, would I know Asra or not? In this
So
reality? I know
right.
Calista.
Well, so there's been a few changes, right?
Okay.
You will have heard of Calista mentioned by friends in the police, but you've never come across her.
So
Okay?
old relationships no
okay.
longer matter
Okay.
for anyone.
Okay. I thought I would have worked with her, but okay.
Yep. Asra, you're looking at her, you see the picture, you don't recognize her, but at the same time, it's like you do recognize her, but you just can't place where.
Because she looks like her father?
No.
No? Okay.
Yep.
I haven't described Astra at all. So this is why the GM's being vague as well.
No. It's like you probably. It's like you ever, when you see someone, you're going, you think you recognize them, but you just can't know where. It's that sensation.
Okay.
Everyone else you're seeing in the room, apart from the one that you go, that is definitely Colin, and the one that for everyone that and they know, the audience would know that's Asra you're looking at. Where you got that fake feeling, I think I recognize her from somewhere. You just everyone else is like, nope, you know them. They're complete strangers to you. Right, moving on. So fading away from you, Calista. There. You arrive. You didn't sign up to be involved in an action, to be an extra in the Demolition Man or be even the main star of the Demolition Man, but that seems to be what you have found yourself walking into.
The Demolition Man.
Yeah. How is Calista? So are you driving up? So where do you think Calista will have? What direction do you think she's driven up from? Is she driven up on the Severn Road, or is she coming in from the?
Well, I know that my team is basically caught on the north side.
No, south side.
The south side?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I would come in from the north to be on the other side. But I would stop the siren before and lights would go out because this is in the middle of the night, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's early evening.
Oh no, it's
Sunset.
sun has set. Sun has set now.
Oh, it has set now? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. So I would, basically come in, but it would be stealthily.
Mm-hmm. I think you'll be rewarded when you see another car like just south of you coming on another approach. Lights are blaring, okay, and
I
you
get on the
just
horn. I'm like, turn off fucking lights.
and you just see a quick flash, and you just see that car just like kind of cartwheel onto its side and just slide about 20 feet there on its side.
Dumbass. I, as I'm, seeing this, are they okay? Or
As I, I as this is happening, you actually see a wee bit of flicker of, wee flicker of flame as it looks like the petrol tank starts to take a light. You see it, you're seeing an officer trying to take his baton and smash open the window.
there's only one officer in the car, right? Or two?
We'll find out.
Well, of course, I stop, run over with my butt of the gun, and I'm hitting the window in the back.
Okay, I would say difficulty 2. I'm thinking, by the sense of it, you're probably using force, just hitting this out. Right. Give me a force roll, then difficulty 2.
Use the force, Calista. Use the force.
Come on. I'm hitting the button. Why is it not? Why is my button not working?
Are you going back into the
Okay,
20 and clicking submit? There you go.
there.
Difficulty 2.
Okay, so that comes through. So you get the window, out scrambles one officer. You get the other one is still entangled in his actual with his seatbelt. You get the seatbelt, undone as the flames are starting to get bigger and bigger and like even closer to the petrol tank there. You literally just start dragging him out, and you got his arm over the shoulder, and it's like you take a step, 1 step, 2 step, 3 step, and it's before you even get further. Yeah. And you just get knocked down to the ground there. It's like you look up, you see the officer, he's groaning, but he's still, he's still alive. His partner's coming up, and he helps you grab him, and you drag them, you
Drag
get
them
them
behind my car.
Yeah, you drag them behind your car.
And then I start yelling at them. I'm like, you dumbasses, what are you doing going into a fight and having your sirens blaring? You could have died. Stupid. But you're okay, right?
They're gonna go. Detective, I don't think they covered RPGs in the academy, sir.
And then I do a cursory look to see, I look up or around the car and see if I can see anything.
So you will see what appears to be like flat, on the rooftop of the actual main warehouse. You will see flashes. Okay, so it looks like they've got active shooters on the roof. You'll see what appears to be then the loading bay. Okay, it's got cars in front of it. Okay, that's form a barricade. You're seeing a lot of shooting. You can see there that you know, the kind of partial cordon the police have established, they're shooting at that. You're then hearing off in the distance a heavy rat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-
to the two officers. I'm like, okay, follow me, silent, and I do all the,
What one of the one that got out himself, he'll get up fine, but the second one, he'll get up, and it's just when he gets up, he just collapses, and when you look down, you'll see he is bleeding from the, hit the leg there,
shit. I open the back door, pull out my handy dandy first aid kit. I, do, first aid for him just to tide him over.
Oh no! When you do that, you notice it's fine. It's just he's not going to be able to put weight on that leg.
Stay here.
Yeah.
Just stay here. And I motion to the other guy.
Yeah.
And I say to the one that can't move, give us cover.
Mhm.
Provide us cover. And then him, and I'm wearing black. So
Right.
I go into trying to stealthily go closer to try and help the team.
So you've come north, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So if we look at the map, like if you're there, okay,
Where's there? Please ping. Yeah.
right. So
Okay.
so you're there, right? The first police truck or police van got taken out there as it poured through the gates. A good proportion. So basically, from there to there, the police have established a partial cordon, and they're trying to pour on fire, but there haven't been as much time. Okay, keeping their heads down because they're under heavy fire. Okay. Basically, any new vehicles coming in, there's apart from that, from what you can hear, there's only been 2 RPGs shot. Okay. Once when the police van was trying to get in to, and then this police car that you were seeing. There doesn't seem to be no other reports of RPGs being shot.
So I'm going to go north. And I don't know how to ping, but I'm going to go north. I'm not going to go where they have the barricade. I'm gonna head north, and then
So over this
east.
way? I'm trying to ping, but I'm using the wrong thing. Like over this way?
Yeah.
Right. So what you see is there is so this basically brown line is basically what is like a chain link fence that forms the perimeter of the grounds. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So on this end, there's no actual gate. The actual gate was on the south end, but as you, just because it will make sense, it's an abandoned building, kids being kids, eventually you'll get to a point somewhere along this stretch, okay, you will find that someone has cut through the fence.
Yeah. Is it lit? What is the green? What are the green?
I do not know who's added them. You can thank your fellow players for that addition. That is not on me.
I only did the compass.
I've
Okay.
only been using blue.
Mhm.
Okay, so I'm
think
gonna
it might
go
be. I
through.
think it's Wooster again with the boobies. Very far apart there, sir. Though
What?
it's
Sorry. What was the name of the other gang?
the Chulu
So maybe it
Chulus.
was C for Chulus.
Chulus, yeah, maybe
Cholos.
Chulus. Yep.
Nope,
but
that wasn't me.
That was me. I've been drawing. Are you asking about the sea?
yeah,
Yes, the C's.
yeah. What you see is back here. There is where this bit is pinging.
Yeah.
You will see a small. So there's a small loading dock, right, which appears to lead to a small, a small set of door. Unlike the other one, this is an old warehouse, but unlike the big roll doors that you get for like the lorries, this is just a bog standard door. But there's a small loading dock there, so you think this is maybe for
So
something
I
like
go-
maybe office supplies, maybe, or something else of the sort, maybe.
I go like this to the other officer.
You touch your hand? Okay.
Mhm.
No, to walk.
Ah. Oh, okay.
All right. So as you get up to the door there, you look over, you see there is a circular glass window on the door, and you can have a look. When you're looking into it, you're looking into a kitchen.
Is anybody in the kitchen?
Not that you can see.
Okay. And I go in slowly, but I'm also very observant.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, is there any coffee? Brewing.
Give me give me a focus roll. There.
That's not right. I have a +2 with my focus.
Yeah, and you rolled 3 blanks and 1 minus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it didn't have the +2.
Yes, it does.
Yes, it did.
Because
3 blanks and a
2
minus
minus 1
is
is
1.
1.
Yes.
You roll 3 zeros and 1
Yeah.
minus. So
I don't
Yep.
see the minus anywhere.
there it is there.
Put your
O dash
mouse over the
OO.
1. Put your mouse over the 1 that she rolled.
Yeah, it says 0 minus 0 0 plus 2.
Yeah,
Yeah,
The
because 0 is
negative-
four
nothing.
dice are the 0, the minus, the 0, and the 0, which is -1. And then you add 2, you get +1.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah. So as you're
Oh. She still has options. You can, if you have a aspect, you can use a fate point to call upon that aspect for a reroll or a +2.
Or you could use my distraction of the Cholos for free.
Oh, you're allowing her to use it?
Yeah, why not? Story-wise, would that be okay?
I would probably say
Or is it
this
too
one
late for
might.
that?
I would say that one might be more of a hindrance because if it's
Yep.
the Cholos doing the distraction, it'll probably pull their attention to that
Yeah.
side where she's trying to
So
enter.
it's the
Glad I could help.
we created the Cholos to make a distraction on the inside. So inside would be more distracted, but the outside is the distraction.
And she's trying to get
Yeah. So that
Well, I have an aspect. Proud to be blue.
Okay.
how does that help
So-
you hide?
It's not a matter of proud. The fact that I'm proud to be a policeman.
I would say that's a strict. I do not think that's going to work for this one.
Yeah, you're literally hiding yourself, so there's no pride in hiding.
Yeah. I would say that was not going to work. Okay.
He could attempt another one.
Hold on, let me have a look at the. Aspects for
Yeah, I can't see the aspect, so I can't help.
Definitely not Captain's eyes up here. Okay.
Yeah, that too is a bit more on the hello, I'm here.
Yeah, detective attitude probably still not going to help because that would fit with Demolition Man though. There, play that funky music though. I don't think you're walking in with a boom box. Okay.
Sorry.
Uh,
The only
strong-
one that would work is the Proud to be Blue.
What
Because
is your
I
high
am-
concept?
No, the detective with an attitude problem.
Yeah. These are all pretty much.
These ones are not going to work.
No, none of them.
Okay, no, that's
And
fine.
then the last one is Strong Family Ties,
Yeah.
which isn't going to work here either.
No, not going to work here. No, that's fine. I'm happy with that.
Yeah, at least we went through this.
Yep.
You had options, just not for this situation.
Right. So, okay.
So the other police officer basically, flubbed and basically can't hear you.
Yeah, we
What
can
What
hear you.
happens is as you're opening the door.
Oh, it's a lag. Okay.
What?
Your lips were
I don't
moving,
know what
but no
happened there.
sound was coming
Right.
out.
Okay. Is it working now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. So what happens is as the door's getting open, the other cop, he's just that wee bit eager. He just pushes the door, and it's just as you notice that you just see a wee flash of light, a wee flash of metal at low level, right? And you just see this pin get pulled
No.
out, and there's an almighty flash of white in your eyes. And this is when we go to someone else. Okay.
You have seen
Wonderful.
the light.
Mhm. Right. Colin and Tony. You're hearing more explosions above you, but your two gentlemen have left. You found the keys on the firewall. What are you doing there?
Oh, one does suppose one uses the keys for the doors available.
Mhm.
There are too many explosions to leave civilians behind.
Mhm. So, how are you so you're going to be how are you going to be doing this? Are you doing this one at a time? Like, how do you guys envision you're going to be trying
We
to get
don't
people
really
in?
know which key goes for which door, so
Yeah. Let's just.
Are they labeled?
Yes. Let's just try them all.
if they
Or
are
just
not,
bust
if they are
them.
labeled, we try to go according to the labeling. But if they're not, we'll go with the.
If you guys want to actually spend an aspect
No,
to
no, no.
actually spend a fate point there to declare that they're labeled, I'm happy to go with it.
Ah.
Okay.
Now, Mr. Montoya, would you like me to observe whether there is someone trying to come in, or would you prefer I open the doors?
I'll cover the door. And I'll pull out
Certainly.
a weapon finally.
Okay.
So Colin is going to do this with the other grace of a gentleman in the south. They doing it steadily and certainly instead of rushing into things.
Yep. So you grab the keys. You then walk back to the top end. By the sounds of it, you go all the way down the corridor, grab the keys off the hook, and then you go all the way back to the very first. First door. Are you starting on the left or the right? There's doors on.
It's irrelevant. I will start from the whichever lock is the closest.
All right. Well, play the precision. Like the left-hand door is closer to the door that you've walked in.
Yep.
So you arbitrary you just slowly but surely you go through all the keys, and eventually you find one that just goes, and the door swings open, and you actually see, eyes kind of peering out, you know, as the light kind of floods in. You just see a person raises their head and just looks at you, hair just hanging over their face.
Hmm.
You're not.
Oh,
No
they're
shit.
hanging up high. Is
Well,
there,
they're
are
kinda
they
shackled, yeah.
tied or shackled?
Shackled.
In that case, there's a lock in there, indeed.
Unlike what you will notice, unlike the other ones, all the other keys seem to be like these old-fashioned,
Yeah.
locks. There is one, Yale style key
Yeah.
that as you would associate with Yale locks, and that's you see like the hand the hands tied and like pulled up, and there's like a padlock.
Well, time to take the steps closer. Kane hitting on the floor with every second step. Oh dear. This one seems to be in quite a pickle. Hold on there, dear. I will get you off. And he goes over, unlocks.
Yep. And it's literally the
one hand holding up the whoever's hanging.
You'll find you're not 100% sure because whoever they are, it looks like they've not been fed for a while. So as they collapse, they're free. You can feel a wee bit them trying to move, but they're kind of collapsing against your body at the same time. Who's there?
That part is not important at the moment. Can you walk?
I need food.
All in good time. I don't have any now. Please get out. Please try to walk while we still can. I have others to tend.
As you do that, you slowly but surely go through the other rooms. You come across rooms. Sometimes it's just a single, sometimes there's multiple people. Okay. On this stretch, there's 5 doors on each side. Okay. So you go through 10 rooms. Okay. Slowly but surely the people, as they're pulling themselves up, as you're doing that, Tony, where are you directing? I know you're watching the door, but if Colin's getting these people unchained and all that, I'm assuming you're the one that's then potentially directing them on where to go. So where are you direct?
Now that these people are being freed, I think maybe we will move together. Stay here with me. We will move as one. Hold on. And I'll just keep on. So is that all right?
Yeah.
That we'll move all as a group as it releases them. And I'll cover the stairs that we're going up, but I guess our full intent is what would the smart thing would just go back the way we came down the sewer.
That's a smart money. Because elsewhere, anywhere else, there's boom booms.
Yeah. All right, let's do that. I'll cover up this side and the sewers, or at least help them towards the sewers. Come on, this way. This is escape route. We go from underneath. Cover your noses.
Yeah. You slowly get people moving through. You see some people kind of retch, but you slowly but surely cajole them into moving there. If we come back to as like the last one there, you find then Colin is then moving beyond the table, and there's like another kind of little stretch of corridor, and there's just one final door there, and it's like if what on the key on the hook, Colin, you actually try it. No actual keys on this ring open this door, but when you look in, you actually see, as you're kind of looking in, there's 4 people in this room hanging. There's 2, 2 of them are women. The other 2, from what you can see, would appear to be men.
Well,
2 of them.
Since all the keys have been expended and none are for this door, this calls for the old-fashioned way. The caning.
Awesome.
That's a great way to say this.
I did specify that his cane was unusually heavy in the last session.
Yeah.
So he's going to force his way through this door.
Right. Are you going to be
like a Kouvo?
So it's going to be just pure,
pure force.
Pure force, right? Give me a 4. Give me a force roll. There.
Difficulty?
2.
A 2.
Achoo.
Achoo. Come on, load up. Let's get forceful with this.
Ha!
Damn!
Let's get forceful.
+2, and you have rolled 4 pluses. That's impressive.
Yeah.
Colin picks up his cane, looks at the lock, hits it with
lock.
the end of the cane. It breaks, and the door swings open with minimal noise.
And the lock runs away down the corridor because it's over.
Well, I would actually say, like, the way I imagine it is like this is not. It's more like instead of it being the force, I've got more of an image of like, it's just like you're expecting to do like a wee bit of lever action just to pop the lock off. This is more like you just kick the door off the.
Colin goes, I could use a cane. Yeah, kick it.
No. No, that's just without being that good. That's more like what I'm envisioning. But no, you snap it. But I would say there is, while you've done it, that snap was quite audible. Okay, which coming to Asra, you were hearing noises outside and like people whispering and all this, and then the next thing it's just an almighty crack. The best. It's like something that you ever heard like something like bone or like a wood snap.
Yeah,
It's that loud. It's that loud and visceral.
so
It's just like as loud as visceral as that.
Astra, because by now she knows how to twist and turn in her ropes. So as she sees the door break, she looks right at whoever opened up the door and goes, I would be careful. That guy likes fresh meat. And she's like shooting her head towards the one at the wall.
So, Colin, as you look over, you just see this guy chained up against the wall, and he just raises his head and he goes, I think she's went mad with what they've done to her.
Wang shack of shit.
Hmm. Let's see. This calls for, I believe, a roll of some sort to see through that discussion. One is making a claim, and the other one is making a counterclaim.
Yep. And just as that happens, Tony, you hear upstairs and another bang, but unlike the other bangs that were further off, this one seems a lot closer. Kent, you also on one of your cameras see a flash, and with that, you see a change in how things. So on your camera, Kent, you see that from the docking yard, like, where about half of the guy, where there was like about, 12 guys actually, manning the barricade, 6 of them peel off. Okay. You then see through the cameras, it looks like some of the guys, somehow, whatever's happened in the kitchen is alerted. There's more guys now seem to be running across the sky bridge. Looks like another 6 there.
Okay.
What you would see in the camera was there was 2 guys that had actually just were about to come through the loading bay. They've already actually diverted, and there looks like they're all off towards, what you now associate, we would assume to be towards the scene of that flashbang.
Okay. Is there in this room, given it's the security office, a layout of the building?
Yes, there is. Okay.
Is it like a paper map stuck on the wall, or?
Yeah, well, I would say so. Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm taking that with me.
Yeah.
And when I saw Colin, presumably on the cameras, I'm seeing him release these people from captivity.
Yeah.
You also probably saw him just cranking open one of the doors.
No, I was looking away at that time. I didn't want to see that. What I was thinking was I wanted to do 2 things.
Yep.
One was figure out a way to get to him, because I'm not exactly certain where this was on the map, so that's why I'm consulting this map.
Yeah.
And the other thing I want to do is, in my best impersonation of the police chief's voice, since that seems like the most logical one to do that, I want to broadcast over the police radio basically something along the lines of, there are civilians on site. Be careful what you're shooting at, basically. Whatever the equivalent police term is for that.
So you actually do this. So it'll be a bit more official. Please be aware. Please be aware. Has come to our attention, all police forces. There is innocence on site. We have a hostage situation. Be careful. Watch your fire.
Yeah. Okay. Do I need to do a roll for that?
Yeah, give me a guile roll for this. I am going to say this is going to be a difficulty 4 because you're trying to do an impression of the police chief.
I know him really well, though.
I know you know him really well, but there's going to be officers that have met him and will actually go that will know.
I guess I shouldn't have picked the police chief. Oh, well.
Hey.
Yeah, I know. I did it to myself.
Yep, exactly.
There is a small chance I can succeed this.
Yeah. I'm
Very small,
probably
but
well.
it's still there.
Oh boy, I rolled really horribly.
Ooh.
Wow, just bad. I mean, average, but you know.
Well,
Yeah,
contested
below
was
average.
4, so that's really horribly.
I say for a moment, you see like everyone for like from the cameras you can see on the outside, like the police response seems to freeze for a second, and then what you hear is like how you were listening in on the police
Yeah,
there, the chatter goes quiet.
they switched to a different channel.
Yes, but at the same time, they do seem to be holding back and reformulating.
I do believe that there would be a call on the police radio going like switch to alternate channel.
Yes.
Because otherwise, not everybody listening to the radio would know that they.
No, that's what you. That's
Yes,
what
if
you have.
there's a special rule that they know that if you hear a fake police chief, go to
Yes, I
channel
know.
3.
No. That it's as Wooster said.
Yeah.
Before that happens, there is, follow
Yeah.
guideline. That there will be a prearranged communication, and you
Yeah.
just hear all the voices slowly just get quieter and quieter as they all seem to move. And
Like a Zoom call, disappearing bit by bit.
yeah, and it looks like okay, you've got.
At least I got the point across.
Yeah, and they seem to be the time it's probably taking you to do that as you kind of just look out of the window. Okay, you just kind of you have to pull your head back because this is when you see about 6 guys just walking through the the metal detectors for yourself. Okay,
Okay.
and this is when we go to someone, Calista.
Yeah.
I see white.
Oh yes, you see why. You kind of stagger back, and it's just as you're getting the dots out of your eyes and your sight's starting to return. It's kind of hazy. You see what appears to be kind of 2 shadowy figures just burst through the door at the far end, and you just hear a crack as a bullet strikes the wall beside you.
You want to kill me, don't you? You
Several
literally
times
want to
over.
kill me.
Oh wait, sorry, him.
Right. What is Calista doing?
I'm taking cover.
All right. You could surrender.
Fuck that. Boy, the F-bomb has been dropping from my mouth so much today.
Right. Okay.
And I'm going to once it all clears, I'm going to use my intellect to survey and check out, basically check all my surroundings to see how many people there are and everything.
I would say you're not really getting the time that you've got 2 guys charging you, shooting shots. That's as much as your brain's allowing you to process.
Okay, then my adrenaline's kicking in.
Okay.
And I'm going to return fire.
Okay. Are you going to be calm and collected about this, or are you
I'm
just
going to have to be calm and collected about it because, I'm going to die if I have to take aim. I have to focus. I need to get rid of these 2 people.
All right.
Could she use my ability, my setup now, the Cholo distraction?
Maybe. How would the Chulos be getting them from fault? involved on it.
They would.
This is
Who
it's
is
how
They would
actually
flashlights and make.
who is actually charging me? Is it the Chulos?
no, not that you know of, because to your knowledge, this warehouse is occupied by the Voodoo Boys.
Then the Voodoo Boys are shooting me.
Yep.
Sorry, Tony. I'm
Well, they
going
might
to.
They might honk their horns or flash the lights, like as a brief second, giving them like enough either backlight to light them up nicely, maybe blind them, maybe distract them.
I'll give it
But why would Chulu help me?
The situation is crazy right now.
Mhm.
They are not doing it
Alright.
intentionally. They are doing it
Yeah.
accidentally.
I'll give it, but I would give it that there's actually one of the Chulu cars are coming around the corner, and then they're intentionally putting on the headlights to full beam.
I
And
could give a
that's-
better idea.
What's that?
One of the churros is actually part of the cop
Oh, no.
squad. He's undercover and sees Calista.
Hmm.
But she wouldn't know he was part of the
we won't know about that at the moment, but that's an idea. But what we I normally have is you just see, a car, a car actually go around. And Calista, you and the other officers duck because you're thinking, oh God, we're getting hit on both sides. But it's just as these two Voodoo Boys are about to actually come through the door, the actual car will put on its high beams.
And
Okay.
honk its horns. La
Mhm.
cucaracha.
Right.
La cucaracha. La cucaracha.
Right. It's always, I mean, it's one of those.
Yeah.
Da-da-da.
Right. So okay, you get a +2. Like let's have that. Let's see what do your roll.
Okay, so I want to do focus, right?
Yeah. You can
And
do
then-
anything. You can do anything. It's just a question of depending on what you pick, you might have to roll. You might have to. It might change what you have to roll. Okay. Let's see how well my guys defend.
Did you add a
against-
+2 from my thing? Nice.
Yes.
All right, you got it good. That's good.
Okay.
That's not good.
Not for me. Well, for me, it's not good. Then I have got these guys. Okay, so okay. Just give me a second. That is. So you take shots at them. There. That's. He wing one of them, and like the other one grabs it, and they both kind of roll over the kitchen worktop. There. As that is happening, we'll go back to Colin, Tony, and Asra. There.
I think Colin asked for a roll.
What?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
If this is fresh meat and recently set up, he's not emancipated, is he?
You're looking. What you will see is as you look at the guy, you will actually see, or at the guy's feet, is an arm. Just still kind of like, it's still got a sleeve on it, and you can see where the like where the shoulder is. It's been gnawed at there.
He bit off his
And
own arm.
oh no! This guy's got his own arms. You just see like this arm lying on the floor. Okay,
Oh, so somebody gnawed on an arm and it's on his feet.
it's lying at this guy's feet, and I would say as you as you look there, you will notice that there is around the mouth is red
Dripping.
staining. Yes.
Right. Fair enough.
And on top of that, Astra's foot is slowly has blood stain around it. So you can tell she was trying to move.
Right. Well, anybody here missing an arm?
Nope.
In that case, Colin will move over to Asra and attempt to use the key on the shackles.
Okay. As you do that, Asra will collapse. She will collapse. Well,
Oh yeah, Colin is there to take a hold of her when she does.
and she's like you find that she's no, so she collapses there. I'm sure there will be a nice smile. You're probably going, thank fuck my shoulders, right?
During Astra's collapse, she's just like, "Yay! I can move."
Yeah.
That should be enough of you youngsters hanging around here.
Right.
Colin will make sure she descends slowly to the floor, then to detach the other people on the walls, except for the one with the bloodstains in the mouth.
Yeah. Okay. As you're doing that there, Tony, you can see, on this, at the kind of staircase that you've been watching, you see flashlights wavering against the wall, and the sound of feet kind of pounding down.
How many pairs? 1, 2?
It's more like a storm. There's more. You're
Half a dozen?
are you, as you're kind of watching, you see 1 pair of legs, 2 pair of legs, 3 pair of legs, 4 pair of legs. Are you holding fire? 5 pair of legs, 6?
Yeah, I'm holding, but I'm holding fire. But are they going across, or are they coming down towards us?
This group seems to. You're actually seeing these are legs. These are legs that you're seeing appearing as they're actually coming down the staircase. There.
Oh, interesting.
Coming down to your level. There.
Fuck. Is there a way I could just close this door and lock them off?
Yeah, but then we are stuck here on this side of the door.
You could.
No. But I was thinking like blocking them off so that blocking that story, and then this allows us enough time to get out of here. Because Colin, Asra, or Colin, they're coming. Man, they're coming. Come on. So, is that a possibility, or if not, I'm gonna have to.
It's not. Where they're coming into is like open hallway. You're on the like a closed off section there.
Shit. Okay. Damn it. I mean, I think I'm gonna have to. I think I'm gonna have to shoot at these guys now
Sure.
to prevent them from coming down.
Get
There's a million of them.
Just go. We can handle it
No.
from here.
Okay. I'll go cover the ladies.
Uh,
No, what did you say, Colin?
just go. Just go. Get out of here.
All right. And then, well, yes. I'll go.
So where is Tony going? There.
Sewers with the girls.
Right.
And the one boy.
Yeah. And the rest of the people that were leaving, like, why is Asra, and can't we just go, all three of us now?
I would say what you're going to find is Asra probably can walk. She's hobbling, but her friends are still kind of out of it. So they would need to be carried.
Okay, well.
Yeah, none of these others are in carrying condition.
That's where I'll help then. Okay. How's that? I've got good force to pick up and help carry them.
How many are you trying to carry? Would you say?
The two lightest girls I could do one arm and one arm, two.
Well, I'm just thinking about it as like you can do it. It's like you're trying to rush, and it's a dark room, so the more people you're trying to carry, the difficulty will go up, right? If it's one person it's going to be a difficulty 2. If it's 2 of them you're trying to carry, it's going to be a difficulty 4.
Yeah, all right. Let's go with one person then. Yeah, let's make it. Thank you for that clarification. Appreciate it.
So 3 people would be difficulty 6.
Just. I think we didn't establish that he was Jonah Lumo, i.e., the New Zealand rugby player who was 18 stone and could do like 100 meters.
Yeah.
Like in 10 something stupid like 10 seconds there. The England defensive coach called him a freak of nature because he ran like a back, but he was built heavier than some forwards there.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we can't take all of them. So,
ladies.
No, you're gonna have to go without Colin.
So what is Colin? Is Colin going to do a fight and retreat there?
Well, there's a firefight outside.
Yep.
Some heavy explosions. Not a fighting retreat, but out the window retreat.
Kind of hard to do out the window when you're in a subterranean.
Oh, this was subterranean.
Yeah, this level was subterranean, mate. Just put the highlight.
Yeah, I think the only way it's either we go forward or we go back down.
You're like the kind of options are either try and hope you can rush with everyone, get into the sewers before they complete their movement down. Okay. You lock the door and lock yourself in the corridor and they then besiege you. Or you get into some sort of fight.
Well, in that case, one does suppose one needs to hold them back. Mr. Montoya, I will see you on the other side. Take them to safety.
I got a better weapon. You know the sewers better.
No. This is an old man's duty. You take care of the young ones.
So okay. I've got this image like Colin just slowly walks.
If
off.
I may.
Oh yeah.
I'll take describe it. Yeah, I'll take the girls. I'll get first off. It was a pleasure meeting you, Mr. Smith. And I'll start leading everybody off as quickly as I can, and taking them while he holds them off.
Yeah.
You need the gun? Because I could easily have
Yep.
you the gun.
Yeah,
Take the gun.
it's gonna make noise, and that's what I want. I want them to duck down and stop advancing. So,
Right. Are you take your timeline up the shot, or are you just gonna shoot like with haste, or are you just gonna?
I know these are going to be what is called carefully taken single shots, because I have limited amount of ammo. I have like one magazine.
So
of it.
focus roll them.
Focus. Yeah,
You
could
can
have
use my
chosen a
distraction too
better
again.
option, but yeah, you know.
Maybe my distractions help again.
Oh, this
Honking
one
horn.
does. This one is one of those occasions where the distraction should help. Or
Yeah, but
it was used already.
you?
Yeah.
Unless you want to spend a fate point on it.
Yeah, if I want to use a fate point, I may do it after the roll.
Wow.
What did he roll?
5.
Superb, it says. This is the
Okay.
highest roll so far.
No, it's not.
No.
No, the
You rolled a
6,
6 earlier.
fantastic.
Oh,
Six.
yeah.
So
Rolled
so
44.
basically,
You're a badass.
basically these
What the fuck?
people start coming down. First shot, straight through both legs. The guy falls down, whimpering, whining, unable to think through the pain. Next shot.
So the way this happens, right? Just give me a second. So with the difference in what I rolled, because there is a wee bonus for these guys, I'm not going to tell you what that is, Claire.
But likely not 4.
No, it's not going to be that. You see, one goes down there, shot in the leg. You know, his gun goes scattering. The next one in line starts to pull up, and he's about to take a shot, and then
Trips
you know
over
he
the
just.
guy.
You know the Batman, you know that scene where they're in the corridor and it's all dark apart from when the guns are kind of going off. It's a bit like that, you know, where they're kind of coming down. They've got their lights, but as Colin starts taking shots, 2 of them go down. The other one say, "Turn off the flashlights, you fools!" Right? And they all turn our lights off, and you hear it kind of scuffling and all that. And as that's going on, that gives you time, Tony, to get everyone else out. And slowly but surely start getting people move, because they're more focusing on this guy in the dark that's with them.
Que vaya con Dios.
While that's going on, okay, Kent, okay,
Mhm.
you see another group of 6 coming through the metal detectors. They're moving their way onto the catwalk. Are you doing anything? That's all.
I'm thinking it's a time for an ear movement. Get the H out of here.
All right. Okay.
Just what I was going to try and do was figure out where Colin was from the map and then head to assist him. But he seems to be on his way out some other way.
Yeah. What you've got is actually you've got a camera that you can see that's covering it, and it's an infrared camera.
Mhm.
And you can see he's just taken out 2 of them. Okay. There. And like looks like they had lights on, but it looks like you can then see like the lights go off, you know,
Mhm.
because that kind of like ray,
Yeah.
just the ray disappears. From what you can gather, from what you had seen off the floor below you on the first floor, it's not the first floor, so you know it has to be one of the subterranean levels. Okay, and from what you can gather, the way the bottommost level where the power generation and all the utilities are,
Yeah.
there's no security cameras down there. right?
Okay.
It's 2 floors down. You are able to determine.
And according to the map, what's the quickest way to get there from here?
Quickest way. So there's kind of 2 ways. Either out onto the catwalk and follow them down, okay,
Mhm.
or onto the catwalk. There is a lift.
The
A
elevators?
lift.
Yeah.
The elevator's down.
Well, given they're coming from the catwalk, I'm going to choose alternate option B.
Hmm. Go for the lifts
Yes.
there. Okay, so you creep out and you give it a few moments there. You then, because the lifts are still accessed, from the catwalk itself, right? But
Mhm.
you give them time to actually get
Get
out
by.
onto,
Yeah.
get by. And as you're looking, there's 2 lifts accessible by the catwalks that go down
Mhm.
the levels. You're kind of looking, and you notice that the one next to the stairs where these guys had went down,
Mhm.
that seems to be out, but you can see what appears to be like the button on the one on the opposite of them seems to be still lit. So that one still appears to have power
Okay.
there.
You're giving me an idea.
Hmm.
Can I wedge open the doors of the one that isn't powered?
Yes, you could.
Those are
And
usually not very resistant to wedging.
I give them a wedgie. And go down through the elevator shaft.
So you're climbing down the ladder next.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So you climb down 1. You climb down 2 there.
Mhm.
Now, are you then going to just what you'll find? You notice that there is this one actually there is one more floor down because this would appear that this one does access the utility
Mhm.
level. Okay. Um. So are you just going to be trying to open the doors?
Yes.
There, right. As you open the doors, as you do that, I am just going to say, can I get a focus roll from you there?
Okay.
Um, I'm going to say difficulty 2 for you.
I can't roll worse shit.
But if you can, use a fate point.
Hmm.
That's true. I have 3 fate points, but
What aspect would you be wanting to?
what am I trying to avoid here?
Well, what actually happens is as you're getting the doors open there, a feeder boy flies through the door as he seems to have been yanked as of invisible wire to hit the back wall of the elevator shaft as you're opening the door. So to make sure you don't actually say fall down the shaft, in shock is more than anything else.
Um, uh, I did whatever it took to bring them justice. Or the obvious one. I'm vigilante by night. I know what the hell I'm doing.
It is dark.
Give me a second. Let me.
Obviously, the money one isn't very useful. And I'd like to. I'd love to use my trouble for this, but I'm just going to ignore him. But yeah, I think either the second to last or
The high
first.
concept, I'd say the high concept.
Yeah.
Bit more. The shadow knows,
Yes.
you've seen some things there, so you're not that phased
Yeah. Okay.
by
Sure.
it.
I'll
Okay.
use a fate point,
Okay.
and since I needed a 2, I'll just use it to add 2 rather than
Yep.
reroll.
Okay. So it's just as you're pulling it open, you're about to peer out, you just see a black ship. You just lean back and you hear a thump, and your eyes have kind of adjusted to dark. You just see the ship slide down the wall. That hit, and then thump, and then just boom.
Hit, thump, and boomph. Okay. Oh, this is Batman. Are these symbols showing? Hit, thwack, boomph.
Yeah, just hits the wall. For a second, it's like you think he's going to stick, but then he just topples, and you hear the bang as he lands on the top of the lift. There.
What the hell's going on out here?
Yeah.
Which floor am I on again?
You're now at the subterranean level.
Okay.
There.
So that's the level where I saw
Colin just, yeah. Yep.
doing his brilliant gymnastics and targeting practice. Okay.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I'm going to head towards where I figure he is. If there's nothing in my way, other than this body that decided to throw itself down the elevator
not
shaft.
just this body. As you're just coming in, I would say, unlike these gentlemen, because of your practice, you're used to adjusting, and you can see that there is multiple. There appears to be 2 groups, kind of like weaving in and out of like both kind of crates, but there's also kind of cots and all this there. I would say, Ken, one of the first thing you see is just in the corner, there is a guy just lying dead, missing an arm, and there's
We found the arm guy.
just being discarded in the corner. And it's like, and you're just seeing, occasionally you're seeing like shots, flashes as shots are being fired, and they're going, and you're hearing like these 2 groups going, it's just one guy. What the hell, and it's like others are.
They don't actually know it's just one guy.
Well,
I think that's the argument. Is like some of them seem to insist that it was just one guy, and the others go, it can't be just one. There's this argument,
And then there's a shot fired. Somebody goes down. Fuck! Bobby got hit! Fuck!
It's stuff like it's like or you're having like guys just go, I'm hit and go, nope, that's nothing, nothing. And like guys, you're seeing like guys getting pulled back up and thrown back into the fight.
Well, I did a amusing little search on Google to remind myself, because it's been so long, and I found this little piece of information. So I'm going to pull them out.
Oh, nice.
I won't say pearl handled, but
Right. Okay. So okay, no, that's fine. You pull out your guns, and how is Kent going about doing this? Are you going to be just unloading on one guy? That would be like force, or are you going to be doing, focusing your shots, or are you just going to be like spraying and praying sort of thing?
Well, I assume the cameras didn't have sound, so I don't know why Colin is staying behind.
Oh no, there was no
Yeah.
sound. Yeah,
Yeah.
no.
and it was probably too dark to read his lips. So
No.
I will figure he's doing a holding action so that the others could get away, but no idea whether or not he's expecting to get away himself.
Mm-hmm.
I will try to use the exit to the elevator as cover.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And take focused shots from behind on the people trying to.
Okay, just give me a second. Yeah.
The more important matter arose.
For maybe 30 minutes, dear.
Also, how are we doing on time, guys?
It's
Half an hour.
We've got
It's
27
5:30.
minutes.
Okay.
We started
maybe,
an hour later.
yeah. How is everyone else doing for time? I am.
I'm cool.
I'm good.
I can't really migrate a little bit there. Sorry. It's more about moving. 15
Well,
minutes.
Froggy's
So
sleeping.
yeah. Sorry.
For
All right.
Europeans, normal ending time would be 26 minutes from now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think I've maybe been able to, I've got maybe 10 minutes to get us into a position for us to continue next time. Okay.
Which would be in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
I'm wondering how Calista gets in this.
3 weeks?
Yeah.
Why?
So if you give
Okay.
me your, I would say let's do this as a guile shot for guile for you because they're not expecting.
And the Spanish Inquisition. Okay.
They're not expecting the shots from this direction. The fact that you're coming from
A disused elevator shaft.
basically, I think it's going to throw the for this one. We'll throw them off. So if we get a guile roll from you,
How badly can I roll this time?
Not that bad.
Keep going.
Okay. As you take shots, you hear another body drop there, and then you hear more voices say, "There's more of them. Scatter." You know. As that's happening, we'll come to Calista. There. Calista, you have probably been having, you and this officer have probably been having a ferocious firefight through this door at these two individuals there. Okay. It's like, I think now if you give it with the amount of time there's been backwards and forwards, you will have actually spotted there what appears to be a gas canister underneath, set up, hooked up to the old cooker.
Like a propane tank or something?
Yeah. Just throwing that out there. Use of that of your own free will as you want. Okay?
I shoot it. And move
Not
back.
right in front of you.
Right.
No questioning whatsoever.
Give me a force roll, please.
Did you just shoot Kent? Is that what's going on?
No.
No.
Oh.
No.
He sees a gas
force?
canister, so she shoots it. She doesn't throw it at the enemy first. She just shoots it.
No. She sees a gas canister. This gas canister, I'll clarify, where it's positioned.
It's close to those guys.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes more sense then. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
Now,
I
this
guess-
is an opportunity for you to use the the detective thingy you had.
Or proud to be blue.
Yeah, proud to be
There.
blue for
Yeah,
collateral
proud to be
damage.
blue.
Yeah.
Detective with his own way sounds more about that.
Oh
line.
no, detective. Yeah, you actually decided. Let's just start going with collateral damage. Yeah, actually, the first one. Yeah, your high concept. Let's go with that. If you want to do a
Yeah.
reroll. Okay. Right. Reroll, please.
And
Now
do
if
I
it was
add
proud to
anything?
be demolitions team, then I would call.
Yeah. Just down that. Just hit force again.
And take off a whatever point. Oh! Oh! Wow.
Wow. Wow.
I
Oh, none.
A
I
cough
am
with
like,
no force. Oh no.
I'm going to argue that it works, but it's not the way intended. She thought, you know,
That feels like a negative really negative
Yeah,
consequence.
This feels like a cliffhanger.
yeah, I actually think what happens is just as you do it, there's an explosion, but you were just expecting like a small bang and them just to like fly over like Star Trek style over the countertop. You just see you you take a shot, there's hissing, and you just see a sparks and you just see this wall of flame heading towards you. And I think this is where we'll finish today's
Oh,
session.
I'm sorry, man. What a bummer. We ended on a fail. No, we ended on the cliffhanger of cliffhangers.
Hey, but at least we had a blast.
Oh no.
That's a really bad blast.
it was a very catastrophic blast.
I
Oh,
never even knew what it said for something that bad. I'd never
Yeah.
seen catastrophic before.
Oh, geez, thanks, Kat.
So the first time we get catastrophic ends up being our cliffhanger.
yeah. Right.
Well, it just means that we don't. Yeah.
And we have to wait 3 weeks to resolve it.
Yeah, we're not on.
That is a good penalty.
Yeah, no, it's each week we're having to wait is because of how much for each negative point we were there. If it had just been -1, it would just been 1 week.
I was just gonna say that the special effects team
Mhm.
needs to come up with a bigger budget.
Yeah. The reroll, like the writers just rewritten this going, dude, this is for next week. Yeah, just do the effects. We don't have the budget. What do you mean? All right,
We'll need a budget of 3 weeks to pull this off.
We have to rebuild the entire set now. That's like 3 weeks.
We could have just used fake fire, but no.
It had to be authentic.
Somebody decided to switch at last second. The barely full tanker for the full tanker.
Yeah.
Just actually, that's how they filmed The Thing by John Carpenter.
Yeah.
They filmed the scene where they discovered the other camp last after they filmed the finale.
Yeah.
It's interesting how
once the movie
certain
guy,
things
you know,
are
you know.
not.
If you know, you know.
Certain, it's interesting how certain things aren't shot in chronological order. There, like for example, like my dad pointed out, the Minority Report. The the precogs. How she's got long hair there. That in theory should be the first thing that got shot because she actually had long hair.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
the rest of the film, she's buzz cut, right? So it'll be easier to shoot that first, then buzz cut her, than buzz cut her, and then wait however long it takes for her to regrow hair or take the time to find a meticulous wig,
Or use a bald cap for when she's bald.
it's like my dad just wanted to introduce the idea that it's not
Yeah.
always shot chronologically. So
Mhm.
he used that as an example of, in
Yeah.
theory, if they were allowed to buzz
Actually,
car.
actually, I do have to say something about that because when I was working with the film crew,
Mm-hmm,
we would do different scenes. Like if there was in the house,
mm-hmm.
we any scenes that had to be in the house, we shot them all at the same time.
Yeah,
It didn't matter if it was at the beginning of the film or at the ending of the film. All the shots dealing with the house
yeah,
were done
because
Yeah.
that
yeah,
weekend.
because if you had like only 2 days access, you had to do it in those 2 days. There, yeah. Right. How did people find this quite hopefully cinematic merging of the characters and
We almost got
Hopefully, I
together.
don't die from the fire in 3 weeks.
we'll find out.
Yeah, that's when we find out if our CJ the special effects team got a bigger budget. Anyway,
Yeah, but this is the thing about Fate games. Your characters don't, unless you actually state you tick off every single like stress point, consequence, everything, and you then and then just because you're taken out, it doesn't necessarily mean that you die. That is one way, but that is the crudest way of doing it. It could be that you just get knocked out, go into a coma.
You're out of the
Uh,
scene basically for a
you
while.
know, you're out.
It's like a soap opera. You can die multiple times and still be alive.
It's just like you might have to be taking time to recover. It's no, there's no guarantee that it's going to be death. It's only if it's what would make sense for your character. If it is that, oh, you think your character dies, will make a good addition to the story. Fair, that's what it is. If it doesn't make sense for them to die, it's something else. Okay. It could be like the introduction of I'm trying to think like Denzel Washington in The Bone Collector. He's no longer doing cases because he's paralyzed. It could be could be the incident that led to him being his character being paralyzed, for example. That's me just giving an example.
Also, I got an alternate idea that doesn't involve you getting hurt at all.
Mm-hmm.
The whole,
It's us getting hurt.
You just cause a ginormous amount of property damage. That sets off more propane, the whole building portion. I mean,
ooh, and then you're gonna get a chewing gum from the captain for all the property damage. How you a loose cannon?
Demolition woman.
there's
You're gonna
Or-
get a bad rap with the what?
Mhm.
NOPD. Yeah.
or in oh God, what is it? The one with Mel Gibson.
Lethal
where
Weapon.
Weapon.
Lethal Weapon?
Lethal Weapon, where the building
the Passion of Christ.
What?
Passion of the Christ was actually really good.
Yeah.
No, he just
I
directed it, if I
actually
recall.
know somebody
Yeah.
that was in that film.
No, I think he just directed it. My bad. Continue. Please move forward. I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, it's no. So, but as I said, this is like, okay, this was a wee bit convoluted, but at the same time, it was I found it fun having you guys going with. Do you actually engage with the guys, or do you not engage?
I did.
Yeah.
For both.
My other method would have been, instead of shooting them, would have been like using smoke bombs or something to try and get by them. But then I figured I'd probably get shot by Colin, so.
This is No, but at the same time, it gives the other thing. The other thing I'm actually reason why I was kind of liking this because okay, even if say Calista
Dies.
doesn't, if Calista, well, I don't think she's gonna die, but this is the thing.
The GM
You've
now
got-
has 3 weeks to think about what's gonna happen.
Oh yeah,
Uh-huh.
no,
Calista.
Because next 2 weeks we are not going to be hosting a streamed game. Next week is going to be a break week,
Mhm.
and the week after that we're going to have a private game, and a
Mhm.
lot of people are going to be offline anyway.
Yep.
So, double week vacate, then we're going to have 1 week on, then we're going to have another wiki
Yep.
for
Two.
2
Of the
weeks.
GM. Yep. Of the GM.
2 weeks of vacate, and then we're going to be back and. Let's see how many we can hold in a row before something breaks again.
Yep.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm
'cause,
glad I got to
juggling-
play instead of getting thrown out at the beginning. Like somebody would like to do that.
welcome back.
Yep.
Back,
Okay.
okay.
And unfortunately, yes, it'll be a long stretch of breaks. Stupid scheduling. I didn't want adult life to be this.
Yep.
No one told me.
The fact that
gonna
you
be
added more
this way.
players, the more schedules you work with.
Yep.
Yeah, unfortunately, the schedule problems are with the game boss. So we can't even.
Well, what about your game?
Right, because next week we're
Stellar Conflicts. I
Yeah.
didn't mean for next week. I meant the one after the 3 weeks.
we can talk
When-
about that later
Okay.
on. See how many people are gonna be available for that for the for the following 2 weeks, but I don't know yet my schedule.
When do
Yeah,
you guys get on our schedule?
They're
At the end
on
of
the
March.
29th of March.
So by next session,
And so it'll be back to 1:30
Yeah.
Yes.
our time?
Or-
So, just to give a heads up, the 5th of April, the 5th of April is Easter.
Mhm.
and
I don't think it's going to affect any of us,
Okay.
but that is Easter weekend.
can affect
not gonna affect me.
slightly.
Mhm.
At
Okay.
least-
What about you, Carlos?
I don't think so.
Family
It might. We'll see.
obligations?
Probably. We'll see. It's
Easter
too far ahead
came
for me.
early.
Oh,
Too far ahead
all
for me
those-
to look right now.
all those religious obligations. Yeah.
And since
I'm not going to
since,
talk about.
By the way, Carlos, good luck
Yeah.
on the 28th.
Hush.
We don't talk about things like that on the internet anymore.
Yeah, that's
You're not allowed to have any luck on the
that is
28th.
because that's Star Wars Day for me.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
talk about the Star Wars Day.
All right.
Mhm.
So
That
thank
would be
you.
May 25th,
Yep.
right?
Well, anyway, I do believe it's time for that traditional
Yep.
Bonus
combo.
nachos, everybody. Oh,
Nope.
bonus
Scambo.
gumbo.